Getting warmed up here, we have Coach Chris Holtmann from DePaul. On episode 31, he's playing some hoops with Dwayne right here. We got a great episode coming, guys. Check it out. All right, team. We got a great show for you. I am fired up for this one. Been looking forward to it. Joined by Dwayne Kennedy. Again, Dwayne, you're breaking records. How many shows?
Man. Yeah, I won't leave.
I feel so good when you're here. Also very excited about our guest, the head coach of DePaul men's basketball, Chris Holtmann, is joining us.
All right.
A little March Madness. Well, end of March. Can you believe that? We're wrapping up the month, boys.
I know, man.
End of March.
Flying.
We're going to be into April. We got the tournament with the Final Four is set.
It is.
And what great timing to have a D1 men's basketball coach from right here in the city, the Blue Demons. Coach, great to meet you, man.
Oh, it's great to be here. Well, when you reached out, man, I was like, okay, this will be different. Something I hadn't done, but it's great to be here. I've obviously followed you for a year or so now, and it's great to be with you guys. It'll be a lot
Slid
of fun.
into your DMs. How about that move?
Yes.
Yeah.
You did? Yes, you did. Yeah, wasn't expecting that, but I responded. So
You did. Here we are.
Right.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Are you a fan of comedy? Do you watch that?
I am. I really am. I was telling you before. I actually sent my brother. My brother coaches. He's got 4 little kids, and he coaches all their sports. And your bit on travel sports. I sent it to him. It resonated with him how crazy it is. But I do. I'd like to say I was one of the few that got on the Nate Bargatze train. Before.
Oh yeah.
He became so popular. But yeah, I do. There's a lot of local comedians I've learned since we've been in Chicago for 2 years. A lot of really funny people.
Yeah, have you been in any comedy clubs? Have you been in Zanies or?
I'm telling you, we took over a program that was 3 and 29 the year before we arrived.
Yes. Yeah.
So I have had no time for anything.
Right.
It's been like, how do we rebuild this thing and get it to a respectable level and then continue to take steps? So unfortunately, I haven't yet, but I'm hoping to.
Well, we'll bring a show to you. We'll come. You can take a break.
When you first got to DePaul, it was the comedy club.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to say that, but
Yeah.
it was not great. It was not great.
Man, 3 and 22.
3 and 29.
3 and 29.
Yeah,
Woo.
3 and 29, and I have a great AD, great president. They gave us an opportunity to come in here and change things, and we've been able to really take some great steps here in 2 years.
What was that like getting that job? Like the process? Did you have hesitations yourself, or you were like, "Hey, man, this is like it's a historic program." When I was growing up, DePaul was. And I can remember this. DePaul was the basketball team in town. This before Michael Jordan came here.
Right.
The Blue Demons were bigger than the Bulls in that era.
Right.
Especially like that late 70s. When I started remembering just like early 80s.
People actually paid attention, were invested in DePaul.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's amazing how many stories, and I don't want to age you, but people of your age bracket, it's amazing how much I hear that. Like, hey, coach, like they came out for DePaul over the Bulls, over the Bears, over like everybody else. I mean, it was an event when DePaul played. It was
Who told you this?
Aguirre.
Dallas Comedies? Was it?
Well, Aguirre, all of them.
Yeah.
They were all a part of that, and that era was a golden era for DePaul basketball. There's no question. The last 2 decades have been a few good years here and there, but pretty hard, honestly. And I think that the challenge is to obviously get back to some of those glory days. You're never going to completely repeat history, but the challenge is to get back to some of those glory days, and that's been our mission since we got here 2 years ago. So
how does a school, because if a school is doing great, you have to sell yourself to the school, but how do they sell themselves to you to get you to come to it?
Yeah, you know what? It was really interesting because I had spent 7 years at Ohio State, and I was
The Ohio State?
The Ohio State. Yes. Thank you for making that correction. The Ohio State. Yes, 7 years there. Our family, really enjoyed it there. We struggled the last two years, so I was kind of wondering what's next. And we have got a great AD, Dwayne Peavy, President Rob Manuel, and they were kind of looking for this program to take steps. They really pursued me, and at that point, I wasn't sure. receiving a buyout. I wasn't sure if I wanted to maybe sit out a year or not. I called people in my profession, colleagues of mine that I respected, like really well-known coaches.
Are these like mentors of yours?
Yeah.
Can you share any names?
I called Jay Wright, who was at Villanova, who was coming off back-to-back national championships. I talked to him for a while. I talked to a guy named Ed Cooley, who at the time was at Providence, who's now at Georgetown. And I talked to Tom Izzo, about it. I got their opinions on what they thought I should do. And then I got a lot of like national media people who knew what the college landscape was. And I'm telling you, it was surprising. Jay was great. Jay didn't say, hey, take it, don't take it. He just said, think it through. How good of a job can it be right now? Brad Stevens, who was at Butler's with the Celtics president, I called him as well. And I got more like, hey, this is one you should be careful about than not, to be honest with you. And I was like, hey, listen, I'm going to trust my gut here. I talked to my wife and daughter, and I gave them like 3 options of cities we could live in. Potentially, and they were like, Chicago, let's do it. So we jumped on board.
Yeah.
We jumped on board.
How about that?
Yeah.
And now because since I've been in your DMs, I started. That's when the fascination really took place. I was watching a lot of interviews, and dude, I love how you talk about year 1, year 2. Like, it seems to me that you are here for a bit. You're going to turn this thing around. You're going to leave your mark here, and you've been doing it. Your first year, and I'd love to hear it from you, but the progress from that 3-29 start to when you enter the situation, talk about that and like the strides you've been making.
The first thing we want to do is we wanted to get a competitive group that, Wintrust is where we play, and when we got here, it was dead. They were people that told me, hey, at a couple of the games there were 8 students, that came out to one of the games. This past year we had the highest attended student game ever when we beat Marquette at home. So
that cost you too, didn't it?
It did cost me. We're going to get to that, I'm sure. Cost me a lot of money. That was a big beer tab that night for all the students. It was a phenomenal experience.
Yeah. After the win, he bought everyone around at Kelley's.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I tweeted out. I had no idea that it would blow up. I'm not into social media. I just had no idea. So after the game, we're literally sitting in the conference room with the coaches. We had not beaten Marquette in several years. It was a big emotional. We just got done celebrating with the players. Then we're talking as the coaches. I was about to go to the media, and I said, you know what? I think I'm going to tweet out. I just said to the staff, I think I'm going to tweet out. I'm going to buy beers for every student who came, every DePaul student who came to the game. I'm just going to buy beers. We're going to meet them at
no matter
Kelley's.
what their age.
I was going to say
freshman,
I went here in
sophomore.
68.
we condone underage drinking at DePaul. No,
Chicago, man, Lincoln Park, man, we're out.
Yeah, no, it was like, hey, listen, we're going to do this.
The wagon because of coach.
yeah, I'm sure. Hopefully not. But I said, hey, we're just gonna buy 21 and over. We're gonna buy beers, and I'll meet you in 20 minutes. And the staff was like, "Whoa, hold up here. Let's run it up the chain. Let's see if what the AD thinks. Let's see what the social media team, because they're gonna." I said, "No, I'm just gonna tweet it out. I want to do it." So we did it, and we went to a couple different bars. It's been a minute since I went bar hopping, and we went to a couple different bars and bought beers and kind of celebrated the night. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that went viral. That was much appreciated. And that's why you got the vibe you got going there. Yeah. You're building this thing, and it's great to see the students getting involved because, as you mentioned earlier, we were talking about the glory days of DePaul basketball.
Yeah.
It was a decent environment, but you're still going out to Rosemont. Wintrust
right.
is a much better situation. I've been to a few games there.
Yeah.
Love the vibe. It's easy to get in and out of there, too.
Right, it's in the city.
It is.
Yeah, basically down the street compared to where DePaul used to have to go.
No doubt.
Yeah.
It was critical. When I was a Butler, I coached at Rosemont. It's tough. It's tough getting out there. I probably wouldn't be at DePaul if the place was still at Rosemont. Wintrust is a great.
You're in a timeout and there's a 787 going over your head. You're like, hold up a minute. I'll tell you guys. Once this plane clears,
I can't hear myself talk.
Yeah, not the best acoustics in there. Hey guys, quick question. Are you washing your face with the same soap you wash your car with? Do you shower in the driveway too? It's time to step things up. That's why I like Tiege Hanley. It's a super simple skincare system made for guys. Cleanse, moisturize, exfoliate. It's all laid out so you don't have to think about it. Just a few minutes a day and your skin actually looks better. Head to Tiege.com/Pat for 40% off and a free gift. Start taking care of your face like an adult. That's Tiege.com/Pat. So now you got like more of a story to tell when you when you recruit. You got to go to these kids, but you also bring them on campus too, and you got to show them Chicago. What's your tour? How do you sell the city?
Yeah, you know what? It's been great because it's one of the things we wanted to tap into is, hey, this is one of the best cities in the world. We want to take advantage of the city. In today's college sports, college football, college basketball, everybody's pretty much recruiting nationally because we have what's called the transfer portal now, where anybody can leave at any time. Everybody's on quote-unquote one-year contracts, one-year deals. So you're really recruiting nationally. We still recruit Chicago. We will recruit the city. We'll recruit the suburbs. But you're really recruiting nationally. So you do want to, and internationally. We have 5 international players.
Yeah, how about that
right now?
How many assistants do you have?
I have a staff of 8 and 6 assistants, and then a support staff of a couple.
And how much do they help with recruiting?
I have 4 guys that play a major role in recruiting and evaluating. And right now, the transfer portal's open, so they're doing everything they can. Or the transfer portal's about to open on the 7th.
I saw you retain some guys already.
Yeah, we did. That's huge for us. I think for us to build a program, we want to have one player. We want our fans to know the team. So we have a couple guys that have been with us 3 years, going into the 3rd year. That's important for fans.
You still have David Booth? Is he still there?
Yeah, I would love to have
David Booth was there my entire.
Was he really?
He was there when I was in college, high school, college. He's one of those guys that was contributing for so long.
Yes.
That you felt like he was there for 6 or 7
like
years.
a Shane Battier or somebody like that.
Yeah,
where
exactly.
Like, man, when is he going to leave college?
Right.
Yeah, there's those guys. David Booth was probably that guy for DePaul.
Yeah, for sure. He was. But yeah, this is huge. Retaining players to build a program identity and have that.
No doubt. And you mentioned it. Year 1, we won 14 games after the season before. They had only won 3 games. That was good, but we're still 14-20, and we still had games in the Big East, which is our league, and it's one of the best leagues in the country that got away from us. Year 2, we were able to close the gap. We had the most Big East wins since 2007, which was huge for us. We finished 6th in the league out of 11 teams, which is the highest they've ever finished in the Big East in 20-plus years.
What was the record?
We finished 16-16.
16-16.
Yeah,
okay.
16-16. And so we were able to take another step in terms of competitiveness. And now the challenge for us is to hear our name called on Selection Sunday.
I know that's right.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
challenge for us.
That is coming. Coming.
Yeah.
Where is the because you talk about the Big East, and this is they got UConn in, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They had how many did they have in the Sweet 16?
They had St. John's.
In
In the Sweet 16 and UConn, and unfortunately they were basically in the same bracket, so one of them was probably going to get eliminated before the Final Four.
Where's the toughest place to go in the Big East and play?
Oh, man. UConn now, because of what Danny's created and what Danny and the staff have done at UConn. Like, that's...
What do you think of him? He's got a huge personality, huh?
Does.
Yeah.
Did you know him prior?
Is that a euphemism for nuts?
Yeah, a lot of people were talking about this official, right? This official and him coming nose to nose at the end of the UConn Duke game.
Right.
And if you know the official's guy name is Roger Ayers. And he's one of those guys that when he sees a moment like that shot happening and 0.4 on the clock right now, like that was, I think in a way that was Roger, like saying, wow, I can't believe I'm a part of this moment right now as an official. Like this is an amazing moment in college sports. Like I got to go over to the scores table and but this is an amazing moment. And it just so happened that he walked towards Danny, and he's a little crazy.
Yeah.
He's a little crazy at times. And
that's entertainment.
Yes, he's extremely entertaining. You should sit with him in meetings, in Big East meetings. He's really entertaining. He's really entertaining. And I think that was, Danny's got this incredible big personality, and it was a spontaneous moment. I don't know if he headbutted him. It was not. It was
not
more
intentional.
Yeah. It wasn't intentional.
I thought they nuzzled or something.
They
like
might have done that too.
Eskimo kiss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rub nose.
Yeah, Eskimo kiss or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was. It was really, there was no anger. If you know both people, you're like, oh, that totally makes sense. You know, that moment happened. It just so happened, you know, social media overreaction.
What is the relationship with officials? Because, man, I have a hard time controlling myself at a seventh grade game.
Yeah, right. Yeah. The quality may not be the best. I don't know. I don't want to disparage.
I can't say anything. Can't say anything about them. They will escalate it immediately. If you say anything to a ref now, they're like, you know, they are on you. Yeah. And maybe you should
not to mention you might then run into them at the grocery store later.
Yeah, they're from the neighborhood. Right. But what can you say to these guys? How far can you go? And what's your tactic to work the officials?
Oh man, the best officials are the ones you can talk to. Most coaches would say the worst officials are the ones who you can't have no conversation with in the game, either because
they're just all imperious and how dare you even approach me?
That's a great way of saying it. That's a great. Can you swear
at them? Like you said, that was a BS call or what the?
Yes, you can, and I have often. Unfortunately, I have. My daughter says before every game, "Hey, coach or dad, good luck." She didn't call me coach around the house unless I tell her, "Hey, you better call me coach."
Time out, Dad.
That's right. She says, "Dad, good luck and don't get a technical," because she's seen me thrown out of a couple games. I was thrown out at Michigan State. That one I wanted. And
this year?
No. This was about 3 or 4 years ago, and it was it was one of those games where it was at the very end of the game. It was a close game. We weren't going to win it. I was not happy with the officiating, and I got thrown out. And they toss me, and the cop comes out, and he's
cop.
Yeah, they got to escort you to the locker room.
Jeez, oh, really?
Okay. Yeah. Whoa. So I mean, I was going to go. I didn't need to be escorted, but the cop comes out, and I walk over to Tom Izzo, and I was, I shook his hand, congratulations, because I wasn't going to be able to, and he goes, "I don't like these MFers either," or something along those lines, something along those lines. So yeah, it's you can't say. You can't say most officials. The Big East has an unbelievable officiating crew. I'm not just saying that; they really do. Yeah. But you'd have to be careful in the way in which you say things.
Have you ever gotten deliberately thrown out, like as a motivational tactic?
No, but I've been really close. I've been really close to doing that. I have this year. I intentionally got a technical because I didn't feel like it was in the St. John's game. I just didn't feel like we were getting a great whistle, and that one was intentional. But if it's intentional, I'd like to be able to stay in and see if we can pull the game out. But yeah, there have been times where you absolutely go at the official. Because you feel like you're not getting the right calls.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a lot to deal with. You got to deal with the officials. You got to deal with the whole, the game planning, the recruiting, the talking to these guys.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about fashion as much anymore. The coaches now are just not getting into suiting up or thinking about what they're.
What are they wearing?
Everybody is Pitino still dressing up? He's still dressing up.
I think he is.
Yeah, he is.
What's your style?
East Coast.
I've went casual. My wife hates it. I don't know how you guys feel about it when I don't know if you have an opinion on it or not. It's not the best look, to be honest with you. I
just remember back in the day, people it didn't bother me. I don't really care. But it is funny to me now when you see, and more in the NBA. Oh yeah, they're all in the same.
Right,
and there's
the
a
same
big patch of them.
They look like Devo.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It looks like a choir behind the bench.
Yeah.
Like
in the NBA, you can't dress up. It's required. It's a rule that coaches have to wear kind of similar
really?
attire.
That's a new thing. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
They have to wear similar attire. In college, there's no, some guys wear suits, some guys wear a like Pitino at times will be like the whole, he'll look unbelievable. Some guys will just wear a coat. By and large,
you got that women's coach at Kim Mulkey.
Yeah.
She's like a fashion. She wears like the wildest stuff.
Loud stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be great if her staff wore the same stuff too. They all had that same ridiculous coat.
Oh yeah. Yeah. She's a heck of a coach.
Now what can't you wear? What's in violation of any NCAA?
Honestly, they've never said. I mean, I've seen coaches wear hoodies. I've seen coaches wear, most coaches wear like a quarter zip. I've seen coaches wear hoodies. We've got a couple coaches that wear the same polo every game.
Okay, like good luck.
It's casual for the kids. I'm sure it makes it more relatable because that's got to be a challenge relating to these kids. And how are you doing that? What's it like in a locker room? Do you let these kids have phones in a locker room? Or do you have do you run a tight ship? Because I saw somebody talking about this. The old school coaches are kind of flourishing right now.
Yeah.
They're saying this, that a lot of these maybe younger players are responding to order and discipline, and that you're seeing like Izzo had a great run this year, and these guys that are more like
question, no question, Pat. There's no question, guys, kids today. Your best players always want to be coached, always. I've never had a good player who didn't want to be coached and held accountable every single day. It just never happened. I tell that to our team all the time. Every all-conference player I've had, like every day he wants to come in and be coached. He wants me to coach him hard, and without fail, like the ones that don't always achieve their potential, they don't want that. Good players want to be coached, and they want to be coached every day, and they want to be held accountable. So,
how long is your practice? A typical practice?
It'll start in the early part of the year. Let's say October right now, where we're ramping up towards the start of the season. Are you including film in that?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. If you're including film, it's going to be about 3.5 hours.
And do you break it down? You take a break and do film in the middle, or you do?
We'll do film to start. If you're including film and stretching and time on the floor, it's probably Now you can only go 4 hours a day. It's an NCAA rule, so in the preseason, it'll be touching that, and they have weights too, as well. But the practices in the early part of the season are long, and then I've been fortunate, coached 8 NCAA tournament teams. When you're getting towards the end of the season, those practices are like an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah,
they're an hour,
and you have every minute planned. You got like we're doing this, it's
every minute.
You ever take a shot at practice? You ever pick up a random ball and like jack a 3?
I do. Your players want to see can you still do it a little bit? Can you still hoop a little bit? Could you ever hoop? Is kind of
what was your playing career?
Oh, I played at a school called Taylor University, great school, but NAIA school. I was all right. Yeah, I was all right. I wasn't bad. I mean,
All-American, I think.
Well, thank you for saying that.
Okay.
I was all right. I wasn't a great athlete, but I had a lot of fun. I love to compete. You've said you're coaching your kids. It's you love the competitive part of sports. So
when your skin looks better, you feel more confident everywhere you go. At work, out with friends, on a date, or like me at a big show. That's why I like Tiege Hanley. They make skincare simple with a routine that takes about 2 minutes a day. Just wash, exfoliate, moisturize, and you're done. No complicated routines or cluttered bathroom shelves. If you want to look better without overthinking it, try Tiege Hanley. Check it out at Tiege.com/Pat and get 40% off and a free gift. That's Tiege.com/Pat. Tiege Hanley. Put your best face forward. Yeah, and you look like you still are staying in shape. You work out. You're using the facilities in Lincoln Park.
I do. I actually go to Equinox. So here's my deal. So like these jobs are so stressful, and they're so demanding, and they've now become 12 months a year. You used to be able to, take a couple months off right after the season.
Yeah.
Because you weren't having so much movement on your rosters. Now, like, we've jumped right into recruiting. So they're 12 months out of the year. So for me, about 4 years ago, I went to my doctor right after the season. He's like, "Hey, man, like you got some health issues. Like you got to get yourself right." So I started working out 6 days a week. It's the first thing I do in the morning. 6 in the morning, I'm in the gym, and it's kind of my way of getting started. But I think you have to do it because this profession is so demanding.
You all right now?
I'm good now.
Okay,
yeah, thank you. Thanks, Dwayne. I appreciate it.
DePaul to win, but now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no. That was a few years ago. I'm better now. Yeah, but thanks for checking on me.
Yeah, man.
It was a wake up call for me. So one of those you get. So it's been great. So
how much, or is this even allowed or ethical that whatever your star player is, that you employ them to help sort of recruit and try to bring other players to the program? Do you ever do that?
Oh, they can. Absolutely. Like the guys we retain right now, they'll be recruiting when we bring guys on campus. They'll be recruiting them right now. Guys want to play with good players. I think what you're seeing now in this NIL era, and you're seeing, these, like, you look at the Final Four right now, you have unbelievable teams in the Final Four.
Yeah.
I mean, like, really high level. I think what we're going to see in the next 10 years of college basketball is you're going to see the sport continue to kind of grow. It's grown in the last 5 or 6 years. More people are interested. I think NIL has helped that. The caliber of play is much, like, that Arizona-Michigan game is going to be unreal.
Oh, man,
it's going to be unreal.
Now, Arizona, they got a guy who played professionally in Germany for a few years.
Yeah.
Is that right?
You're seeing that now.
Yeah. So what are the rules? Like,
great question. So we have a 7'2" center right now that we got from Spain. He came over. He's 7'2", legit 7'2".
Wow.
And he was playing professionally over in Spain. What they do is they say, okay, hey, we're going to dock a year or two based on your profession. So if you played a year or two over professionally, you're not going to have 4 years to play. You might only have 3 years or 2 years to play.
This kid's have to duck under the L tracks.
Right. So and how is that determined? Just arbitrarily, like we just
NCAA.
Okay.
Yeah, NCAA, they're the ones who determine it. And when you're recruiting, like most of the international players, Arizona recruits.
Yeah.
You look at Illinois right now. Illinois, half their roster is international players.
Yeah.
And they are really, really good. They all played professionally. The kids we recruited, they all played professionally over there. Well, you say, why are they coming over here? The money's better. The money's better right now.
Yeah, how much money is being made by some of these guys at the top programs?
2.5, 2.
And it's coming from the university. University is only allowed to give so much money to.
Yeah.
And that's public, right?
That is.
The budget is what?
There is a cap for all, basically, what are the kind of main revenue drivers? It's football, it's men's basketball, it's women's basketball. That's who's getting most of what's called the rev share.
Yeah.
Not too much from lacrosse.
Well, no, not really. No, sorry. I mean, they can get their own NIL deals, I guess. But most of the school's money is going directly to those sports. And that's where, and then there's some outside deals. Like there's people making, there's kind of the rev share, and then there's, people who are donating to universities saying, hey, I want to help retain that athlete, or I want to help recruit that young man.
Does DePaul have that, like a outside DePaul alumni revenue?
Yeah, we do. We've had, what's helped in the last 18 months is we've had this like real uptick in fundraising. It's been great, and credit to our AD Dwayne Peavy, and it's helped.
It's the winning, man. It's the winning.
It has really helped.
Yeah. It wakes everything up.
No doubt.
Lifts all boats. Right?
No doubt. Like the fact that attendance has been way up, and it really helps. You got to show proof of concept that you can do this here. People are going to be more. I was just on a fundraising call last night. But it's amazing the amount of money. Think about this. Last year, guys were making good NIL. Okay. This year, the expected payroll for basketball programs is expected to increase by 33%. So most of these kids are getting, if they produce, almost like a 33% raise year over year. And at the age of 19, 20, 21.
Yeah.
So it's a lot for kids. It adds expectations, obviously, but it's the price of doing business at this level.
So some of these kids might be making more money than you.
Yeah, that's right, Dwayne. That is right. That is right. Yes, that is right.
Man, how humiliating that! Got to kiss an 18-year-old's butt. Yes, sir.
No, I don't do that. I will never do that. I will never. But you're right. It's what You're exactly right. It's a great point. In the NBA, I used to say it all the time, right? In the NBA, guys, your best players would make 2, 3 times, 4 times as much as the head coach. Steph Curry probably makes 4 times as much as Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
So what you have to really depend on is guys still want to be coached hard. They still want to be held accountable. They still want to get better. And you got to prove to them that you can do that.
So now I would think even more so than when kids were, quote, unquote, playing as amateurs. Because even back in the day, cats were getting money,
Yes, that's right.
Right? In a paper bag.
That's right.
Right? But now it's probably even more crucial that you get good character people.
Yes.
Right? Because they're already making millions of dollars.
No doubt. You really do have to get – it's a really good point. Here's the biggest dilemma for coaches right now. All right, we're going to pay these guys all this money right now. So what are they playing for? Like what really matters to – what matters to them? like, does it matter to them that DePaul wins? Does it matter to them that Illinois wins? Does it matter to them that Michigan wins? Are they playing for something bigger than their own NIL check, their own self-interest, their own? So we've really tried to preach, hey, you can leave a real legacy at DePaul by being a part of helping this team be really good, achieve an NCAA tournament berth. Because in an era where they're making more money than they've ever made, there's still something that's got to allow them to play less selfish at times, to give a little more when it's hard to give more, and they've got to attach themselves to something that's bigger than themselves when, life's pretty good for them right now. They're making a lot of money in, playing a sport they love.
Yeah, they're living in Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
They got parking, I hope.
Yeah, they do.
Right.
That's got to be part of recruiting. I'll give you a parking spot in Lincoln Park.
A parking spot? Where do I sign?
How about that? Moving to Chicago, you move into a great neighborhood. Are you living in the city?
10 minutes from school.
Oh,
I live
that's
10
awesome.
minutes from DePaul.
So you're really part of the community.
Yeah, live a 10-minute walk. We want to be able to have our players over. We wanted to be close. We always want to be close to campus. I was close to Ohio State's campus, close to Butler's campus, close to my first job, Gardner-Webb. So, yeah.
What were the experiences at these other schools? Did you enjoy Butler?
I did. I really did. All my experiences have been great, to be honest with you. I was just 3 years at Butler, and it was the hardest professional decision of my life. I decided, when Ohio State came after me, I was like, I don't think I want to do it. And then I had people say, you're insane. You need to consider it. And it was just an unbelievable experience at Butler. We loved Indianapolis. Columbus was great, too. 7 years there.
And success at each stop. You won Big East Coach of the Year at Butler. You won Big Ten Coach of the Year at the Ohio State. I mean, that is impressive.
And Big South.
And Big South when you're at Gardner-Webb.
A lot of bigs.
A lot of bigs.
So I don't know if anyone's ever done that.
No.
One Big Ten coach and Big East and
I
Big
don't know.
South?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's been a couple, the coach of Villanova now coached at Maryland. But yeah, it's a good question. I don't know what that trivia answer would be.
Oh man, it's you, Coach Chris Holtmann.
I'll take it. I'll take it. And thanks for remembering the Big South. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
We got another trivia question for you. We were talking about this earlier. Eddie was educating us on why they are called, Catholic school being the Demons.
Yeah,
kind of random, kind of funny. Why are they the Blue Demons?
I have no idea. I will tell you. I have no idea.
We do. We know.
You do.
We're
I would just tell you that my father-in-law, who's a deeply spiritual man, he will not wear the demon on any of the logo, any of the stuff I send him.
Really?
He will not wear it. Like he refuses to do. But I don't know the reason.
There's a saint on there. DePaul, tell him. DePaul is a saint.
Okay, I'll tell
him
that.
Vincent.
Vincent
DePaul.
Yes.
That's why your uniforms are from a thrift store, aren't they? Secondhand.
Right. About poverty.
Yeah. The Blue Demons, as I understand it, they had they used to wear, the football team, I think, had D on their sweaters, on their uniform sweatshirts, a blue D. And they were called the D-Men. D-Men. And it rolled into demon.
Yeah.
So really, it doesn't have an origin in demon, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That's something I can
Maybe that
tell
your
with
father-in-law
roots now.
will.
They tell him it's not rooted in sorcery or
I'll tell
dark
him.
mysticism.
That's right. I'll explain it to him. Maybe he'll feel better about it.
Yeah.
Do you ever take any of the players to a Wiener Circle?
No, we have not. No, should we?
Yeah, that's an experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great Chicago experience.
Tell me where else.
Have you heard about this Wiener Circle?
I have not heard about Wiener Circle. I don't think. Should I have known?
It's
this
on
already?
Clark and Wrightwood.
Okay.
It's they always have something on their marquee that's smart ass, very funny, typically. But you go in there Conan's been in there with Triumph, the insult dog.
Right? Oh yeah.
And they go toe to toe. The employees swear at you.
Yeah.
Do they really?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
and then you swear
Part
back.
of it. Yeah.
It's
Oh,
all
cool.
part of the experience. It's
definitely
they
gonna
might
do
enjoy
that.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were the ones that had offered free hot dogs if Caleb Williams.
That's right.
Yeah. What was it that Caleb Williams threw over whatever, whatever
2,000 yards or something?
Yeah. Some conditions.
That's right.
So,
That was the place.
4?
yeah, that's the place. At some point, heck, man, where you all are rolling, it might be in DePaul makes the Final Four.
Yeah.
Boom, we'll give everybody whatever,
Yeah.
couple hot
Yeah,
dogs.
that's good. I need to hit that spot. We'll take it.
What are your haunts? You got any? I mean, I know you're focused and you're turning this
Pequods.
around.
We love some Pequods.
Yeah, Pequods is great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we love Pequods. Man, we live right off of Armitage, so we're on all those
What's the
spots.
address?
Yeah.
What's your
Do I have to
social?
give
We're
that?
coming over, Coach.
Yeah, do I have to give that? You can probably look it up though. Yeah, so we go to all those spots. I have my neighbor. He's a pilot. He told me, there's gonna be a couple months that are when we moved up here. He's great. There'll be a couple months of the year that you're gonna really not love Chicago. All right.
This is the pilot.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, you're
gonna experience some turbulence in January and February.
You won't love the months. I will, because I'll be out of town.
That's right. Yeah, I'm just telling you, you're not going to love it because it was around weather. And he's, but this is the best city in the world. And he gave me like these months. I think it was I don't know, some spring to like, Halloween. Yeah. Like it was like, he said it's the best city in the world.
That's when you're kind of off. I know it's a 12-month gig, but you got some time to maybe hit some, you go to baseball games?
We do. Yeah, we do. I go, I'm 10 minutes from Wrigley, so we'll go there for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I haven't been to the White Sox game yet, but I hope to.
Oh, we'll get you there.
Tiege Hanley has changed my life. My skin has been amazing.
We're the #1 men's skincare routine in America.
When I got here, they go, we're just waiting for the podcast guest. We know you're here for pictures.
They thought you were a model?
Yeah, you guys, he's glowing. In fact, Nate Bargatze was like, your skin's awesome.
Just like, I look forward to I'm washing my face before I go to sleep.
I think we haven't had any 40-year-olds on the podcast. And I said, I'm 50. And everyone goes, what?
Tiege Hanley. It's the way we face the day.
Coach, where are you originally from?
Lexington, Kentucky. Yeah, I grew up in Lexington, Kentucky. Yeah.
Okay.
Born in Cincinnati, grew up in Lexington, Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah. And then,
so easy to fall in love with basketball there.
Yeah.
Huh?
I've coached in North Carolina. Like my first head coaching job was in Carolina, Kentucky, Indiana. This is a great basketball state. Yeah, it's great for college basketball.
Chicago's a great basketball town. I mean, we've got some. And DePaul, as we talked about earlier, I kind of put together my top five, DePaul, all time.
Really?
Yeah.
And I was talking to Dwayne about it.
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
Could you come up with the five? I don't want to put you on the spot, but
Aguirre's got to be on there, right?
Boom.
Oh yeah, I got.
You got to have
Mark
Aguirre on there.
One's
Rod
old
Strickland
school.
on there?
One's old school. Named a drill after him.
Oh really?
George
Mikan.
Drill.
Yeah, Mikan drill. There you
George
go.
Mikan.
Is that still relevant? You do the Mikan drill?
Yeah, the Mikan drill. Yeah, that lives on forever.
Yeah.
What's the Mikan drill? Just a pair of glasses and
It's
right?
a layup
Layup?
drill,
Right.
right? You got it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Both
Just
sides?
like this, right, left, right, left.
the
Our big
Mikan.
guys still do it.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's
Courtesy
nice
of Ray
little-
Meyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came up with that drill.
Okay.
I went to Ray Meyer basketball camp when I was a kid.
Did you really?
You
Right
ta-
there
you
on
talk
campus.
about no, it was up in Three Lakes, Wisconsin, or Three
Oh, that's
Rivers,
right.
Wisconsin. It's like a
that-
7-hour
That's
bus
right.
ride you brought to the middle of nowhere.
That's because Ray was trying to get away from the fam.
No doubt.
Yeah. What excuse can I? Oh, basketball camp.
That's a common coach's thing.
He would knock off and take kids water skiing.
Yeah.
He had a speedboat up there.
That was a
And they'd be
massive
like,
camp.
shut down camp. All right, guys, you want to meet me in the boat a half hour? Can you imagine this is part of your gig? You're taking
can't do-
7th graders water skiing?
Water skiing drill.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore. Yeah, you can't.
Man.
Yeah,
Do you have a
those are-
camp?
No, we've talked about doing one, but we do not have one. We have a little bit of a facility crunch right now until we build the new practice facility.
Oh, it's like any other Catholic school in the universe.
Yeah.
You can't have
Yeah.
any gym time.
yeah. There's one gym for a lot of sports right now. So
Is one being built?
yeah.
Oh, one's being built.
Yeah, they are breaking ground here soon. Like I said, our athletic director does an unbelievable job. There's a little bit of pushback as you have, when you're in a place like Chicago and you're trying to build.
Who's pushing back? Friends of the Park?
We have an
Let me
ongoing
guess.
battle.
Is it Friends of the Park?
We're going to be fighting them soon.
You don't know about
Yeah,
them. No,
I don't, but it may be. I don't know, but I just.
They're called the Ruiners.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you know who else I got on here?
Who else?
I got this was my favorite player growing up, and I think this dude is underrated. And you can go online and watch highlight films of this guy. He could flat out play. Rod Strickland.
Yeah,
Rod Strickland was awesome.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Great guard.
Rod was unbelievable. Well,
Do
maybe
these
New
guys
York
stay
City's-
connected at all?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Rod, we hung Rod's jersey in the rafters this year.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. He came back for it. He did a great job coaching his team too. He he did a great job. So he came back for it. It was really emotional. It was really cool, really a cool moment.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you guys wore some old school jerseys this year.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw that with Mark Aguirre.
We
you
did.
guys had like a little ceremony with him.
We told Mark it was before the Marquette game, I believe.
Oh wow.
And we brought Mark in. And we said, hey Mark, we had this presentation. We're gonna wear Mark Aguirre throwback jerseys right now. And he started crying. He got like the place means so much to him. Again, that's what we're trying to tie into. Is it's such a different era now, but if you can have players that attach them, like we say all the time, hey, if NIL money is the sole reason you're coming to DePaul, we don't come. Right. Like it's got to be something more than that. You got to be like Mark Aguirre, Roch. Those guys loved David Booth, who was here for a few years. Those guys loved DePaul, and you got to, and we love it, and you got to be able to tap into that. So that was really cool to see.
That is awesome. That's a big part of building the whole thing.
Yes.
Right.
You know.
Yes.
Bring the pass into it. Did I mention Terry Cummings?
Terry Cummings.
Terry Cummings. Quentin Richardson, I got.
Q was phenomenal. Yeah.
And then honorable mentions. I had Max Strus is playing well in the league.
Max comes around a ton.
Does he?
Oh my gosh, he comes around a ton. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, Max is kind of. There's Paul Reed is in the pros right now. He played here at DePaul, but Max is the most well-known current NBA player. He's killing it right now. He just came back from injury. Max is killing it right now. He comes back. He's been a great supporter of the program. He bought beers after I bought beers for students.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He said, "Coach, I want to buy beers for students. If
I want to buy beers for the students' moms."
We'll arrange that.
And wasn't even during the season.
Yes, that's right. So,
what, Max? What'd you say?
Is this Max again? How many beers can I have?
So Seton Hall, he bought it. It was great. It was great. Max has been phenomenal for our program.
You guys swept Seton Hall this year, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we
swept Marquette
and Creighton.
Creighton.
Yeah,
dude,
Creighton.
You've had some significant wins.
We have, and we had a few teams that got us that we got to be ready for next year.
Does that even matter in the recruiting? Like we on the uprise and we beat these teams. Does that or do?
You know what I would tell you? It some teams it does. Like if you look, I got a lot of respect for what Ben Johnson's done here with the Bears.
Yeah.
And how much did he lean into that particular rivalry in Green Bay? And
you guys seem to be cut from the same cloth in a way.
Well,
the
I hope
focus
so. Yeah.
and the not to say that you don't come across as super intense guy, but I could tell that when you work, you are a disciplined dude, and you have a
you have to.
Yeah.
You really have to. And people say all the time, like, if I think I've heard coaches say that we just don't have time for a lot of. I think I heard Kelvin Sampson say that. I don't have much hobbies. This is my life. It's my life 365, and you can tell that with Ben as well. But he leaned into that rivalry, and so the Marquette, there's a rivalry there. They just had the better part of us for several years, so we tried to lean into that. So did that game mean a little bit more? Yeah, it did. It did. Yeah, it did.
I saw Sampson after they lost to Illinois. He had a really touching quote. I was like, "Oh man!" He said, "These players, I don't have to be
their life,
but they are mine."
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really, and he's one of the great coaches in our game, and he means that. Like those guys are his life. He has them over every Friday night for a meal. He's done a hell of a job.
You have something like that? Do you have any ongoing stuff with your teams? Do you ever do a talent show with them? Like you see
should we
on Hard Knocks breaking the ice?
Yeah, like that.
Come in.
Have
the freshmen.
Camaraderie building.
I mean, we got 4 or 5 guys that think they're big time rappers, so they probably they probably would.
Do they rap about you ever?
I'm sure they do in their apartments. I'm sure they
freestyle about you.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Yeah, a couple of them have some good imitations of their head coach. So, but yeah, they we should do that. We should do a talent show. That'd be a really cool experience. That Hard Knocks features super cool every year. We should do that. Yeah, it's really cool.
Tyrone Corbin.
Oh wow, yeah,
right.
He was a player.
He
Tyrone Corbin, he went
in
the NBA. He played in the NBA. Played for Dallas for a while, right?
Yeah, he was in the league.
Wilson Chandler was a really good player here. Played for the Knicks for a while.
Yeah,
he was a really good player. I'm gonna piss off some former player.
You mentioned Kenny Patterson earlier.
Kenny Patterson.
Yeah.
Who was the other guy I thought of? Stephen Howard. Stephen
Howard was really good. Yeah.
There's a guy that lives in my neighborhood who I see a lot, and I don't know if he hangs out the team, but he played for DePaul a while back, and he's involved in like journalism. Kenny McReynolds. You know Kenny?
Kenny McReynolds, yeah.
Kenny's great. Yeah, Kenny's great.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a really good dude.
Yeah, I ran into him at Jewel the other day. Yeah, we live in like the same hood.
Yeah.
He's always walking around Beverly Park.
That's one of the things I've learned. Like, there's so many people who maybe they haven't followed DePaul as much recently, or they had some type of attachment who've started to come back around. It's been really cool.
See, that is the thing, and that is what is automatic, and why this turnaround, I think, is being felt and is happening quickly, is because it is in Chicago's DNA. DePaul is, you know, Northwestern had the thing, Chicago's Big Ten team, and people love U of I.
Yes, for sure.
UIC, they're smaller. Like DePaul, this is it, man.
Yeah, that's right.
And Big East, like this is college basketball.
Right.
So it is really awesome to see what you're doing. And I don't want to put you on the spot about like this program vision, but when you talk about we're in year 1, we're in year 2, how many years are you picturing?
For me,
yeah,
or to get to our end game.
For you, Coach, how long will you be here? I want the commitment right now. What is the situation? How long?
You know
can
what?
we count on you?
It's interesting. I've not really shared this with anybody, but there were a couple schools that reached out. You know, just to
even after this year.
Yeah, after this year to gauge interest.
And how's that work? So you're under contract? For how long?
I signed a 6-year contract. I have four more years.
But you're allowed to talk to teams and
entertain
offers?
I didn't talk to them. This was more they reached out to my agent.
Oh, okay.
And
you got an agent.
Oh, you all fancy and stuff? Okay.
They didn't know they could just DM you?
Yeah, I mean, they could. They could.
Right. They didn't
make it all.
They just put on a marquee at the Wiener Circle?
Yeah, right? Oh, you need those buffers. You got enough going on.
because he can handle it. It was, you know, my agent called, and it was a pretty short conversation. Like, I want to see this thing through. I want to see what we can do here in the next couple of years. And there's some family considerations too with my daughter being a sophomore. But as much as anything, it was like, okay, I really want to see what we can do here as a program. Okay. And I love our fans. I genuinely do. They've been starved for so long, and they're so passionate. And while it's it was a smaller minority, I think it's been growing, but it's an unbelievable fan base right now. We've got great enthusiasm, great excitement. So I told my agent, hey, listen, I'm really happy here. And, kind of, I don't know where those conversations would have went, but no, I'm really happy here. So,
does your daughter play hoops?
She doesn't. She loves hoops. She's going to the Final Four with me. She'll go to the games.
You're going?
Yeah, nice. We go as a coaches convention. She's going to go to the Final Four. She knows a lot about college hoops. She's never played. I think the whole, my dad's a coach. Everybody's going to think I'm good, and that whole deal, that whole pressure. So she does, but she follows it really closely. She watches college hoops. I think one day she's probably going to get in some type of potential sports media. But yeah, she
that's
loves
awesome.
It. Yeah.
She's got to be loving Chicago and that neighborhood.
She does.
She's got to be. Yeah,
she does.
That's great.
Like moving 7 years at one place. You're moving. When you're 14 years old, it's hard. Man, she's adjusted really well.
Like, I'm going to the zoo later.
Right.
Just across the street.
Right.
Free zoo.
Right.
Life is
when I get
good.
Old, I'm going down to Kingston Mines.
Yeah, right there.
Get some blues. Go next door, get some Mexican food.
Oh, yeah.
You can't beat this city, Coach.
She's got to be enjoying the team because you guys are entertaining too. I saw this stat. This was really cool. I don't even know who keeps track of this, but DePaul led the nation in alley-oops.
Yeah.
What?
Led the country in the lob.
Yeah,
we did.
Is that a big part of what you're doing? Is that part of the scheme?
It was like we had a kid who was great at catching lobs. It was a kid named NJ Benson. Like, it was, to be honest with you, he couldn't make threes. Sorry, NJ. He's not going to like it if he hears this. So he had to get behind the defense. He was great at catching lobs. He was a phenomenal lob catcher, lob finisher. Yeah. So we did. I had no idea that stat until they told me like midway through the year, Coach, you're leading the country in alley oops. I'm like, who cares? But it is entertaining.
It is something.
Yeah.
There's something there, right?
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
it's a recruitment tool. Hey, you like alley oop?
Yeah, right.
A lot of guys already trust Tiege Hanley. They've shipped over 3 million boxes and have more than 24,000 reviews, averaging 4.7 stars. In fact, 91% of customers say they'd recommend it to a friend. People only talk like that when a product works. If you're ready to upgrade your routine, check out Tiege Hanley and face the day with confidence. Head to Tiege.com/Pat for 40% off and a free gift. That's Tiege.com/Pat. What's your philosophy defense? Are you strictly man?
Yeah. So this year, there's some things we got to get better at next year. But this year, a huge jump defense. We were 33rd best defense in the country this year.
That's why we're winning games.
Yeah, that's why we won games. We had a great defensive staff. I heard a young man from that was with the Detroit Pistons and before that the Boston Celtics, NBA guy. He's great defensively. Our staff did a great job. We built this great defense that kind of helped us stay in games. We got to get better offensively next year to do what we want to do, but we got to keep our defense what it is. Man-to-man defense 95% of the time. Yeah, 95% of the time.
So any particular type of player that you want to get on this squad for next season, or you have the player that you need?
No, we got 5 more to get. We need shooting skill, and size. You know, like we need more size with who we're graduating, and we need shooting and skill. Without getting too much in the weeds, those are the kind of things we're looking for right now. We need some upgrade, and we just need some offensive ability. And we graduated 4 guys, all who played quite a bit for us.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What's more important, or is this a moot point? What's more important, skill or conditioning?
Conditioning's critical. Like they are like conditioning. One of the things I think Rick Pitino may be, and I've been fortunate to coach against Coach K, Roy Williams a lot.
Wow.
I talked about Izzo.
Man.
And I've been fortunate to beat some of those coaches. Coach K was number 1 in the country when we played him when I was at Ohio State, and we beat him with Bancaro, so that group right there.
Was that in Columbus?
It was in Columbus, yeah. It was in Columbus. They had just beaten Gonzaga, and they came back. They were number 1 in the country. And
oh, man.
And we got him. We had an Illinois kid, E.J. Liddell, who had a game winner, banged a game winner with like 30 seconds to go to get that win. Like, he's a fun, like Coach K's but Rick, I think, is he may be up there in terms of the best coach I've coached against, primarily because I've never coached against a team whose kids consistently play harder than Rick's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's phenomenal. He's the best.
And can you tell when you're, okay, we've seen St. John's, we've seen film of them, we're playing the game like, oh, man, this guy's made adjustments. He is showing me something completely different. Or halftime adjustments. Is that a real thing? Are these people like in the game, they're noticing mismatches, trends, and they switch? So you're seeing, oh, man, this guy is...
Yes. Yeah, like adjustments, it's a little bit like fans kind of get into adjustments more than what actually happens. Sometimes you just got to play harder, more physical, better than go out and make an adjustment. But there are subtle adjustments that probably fans, for example, like you could be hedging a ball screen for 25 minutes of the game, and then for 3 minutes you're going to play the ball screen. Hedging ball screen means putting 2 on the ball, where you got a big guy hedging the ball screen, and then for a 2 or 3 minute stretch right now you're going to switch, and it can completely change the tenor of the game. And those are some of the things. Like Izzo was great at some of the things the greatest coaches have been able to do in moments like that.
Yeah, just great tacticians.
Yeah.
When you're down at half and you're going in the locker room, are you a read in the moment, or are you always like one speed?
Total read in the moment.
Total read, yeah.
It's a total. This is a big EQ business. For you have to have a degree as a coach of you have to have real emotional intelligence. I think.
Did you study psychology?
I did.
Yeah,
I did. Like if you're going to be effective.
Are you playing games with us right now?
Is this whole interview a psyop?
No, this is the real thing. This is just me being genuine. But yeah, I did study psychology. But it's critical. Like that component of coaching is real. It's really critical. So when we're down at half, it is very much read. I have to be able to read the room. You have to be able to read. Is this an element of we're not playing hard enough, tough enough, physical enough, not detailed enough? If that's the case, they're going to hear from me and our coaches? Or is this a situation where we got a couple guys struggling with confidence because their offense isn't what it needs to be right now, or we got a couple guys, we've had a tough stretch of games where we've lost 2 in a row, and they're feeling a certain way, and they don't need, like, you can't go at them like that, So
they'll crumble. It might even feel heavier.
Absolutely,
for them.
But if it's selfishness, if it's a lack of effort, if it's that kind of stuff, that's when you're going to see me get really heated.
And you talk to them one-on-one as well?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a lot in today's. Some guys you can't dress down in front of the team anymore. Like, it's hard. We have every one of our players do a personality. They have a whole kind of a personality evaluation on the front end coming.
Yeah,
and recruits do.
Wow.
So it's a whole profile.
So you know who you can rip into? Like, tell me who I could tear into.
Oh, exactly.
Green light on this one?
Yes. Yeah, he's a go.
He's going to get.
I can go Bobby Knight on this guy.
Yeah, and some guys you can't because they're going to shut down. It's like a 10-page profile on each player.
And it's accurate, huh?
Yeah.
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah,
it's pretty accurate. I mean, based on my experience, it's been pretty good. It's a service we got. Purdue's the one that started it about 8-9 years ago.
Wow.
For all the recruits. Yeah, Painter started it.
I saw him talking about recruiting the other day, and he was like, I used to try and sell them on Purdue. I used to try and sell them on this. Now I just tell them the truth.
He does.
Like, you may not get, a bunch of minutes, or you might not take 12 shots.
Yeah.
You're going to have a role.
He's being dead honest in that. He's a huge Cubs fan. He's here all the time.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
Huge Cubs fan. Yeah, he's got a place right down by Wrigley. He's dead on that. Like, that's exactly how Matt is. He will, because we've recruited against him, and we had guys have said, they kind of told me I wouldn't play much at Purdue. Well, it's the coach being honest with you right there.
Yeah.
He's real and genuine with that. Matt's the best.
Even now, and then some players would choose to go there anyway, or
yeah.
Some
players do. I think that's why he's had success, because they'll choose, because they've won so much, they'll choose to go there anyway and just do what they used to do in the old school. They just wait their turn.
Okay.
Just kind of wait their turn in practice, and no one really wants to wait their turn anymore, but you kind of go to Purdue in some of those situations knowing, like, he redshirted I will say this, I think we're going to play them next year, by the way, which would be, no one else knows this, but which would be,
we're
I'll
getting
say
so
it here.
many exclusives.
Breaking news on the Pat McGann.
So like a non-conference before the start of the year?
Yeah.
In a tournament, or just
I think it's a very real possibility we could be playing them in a non-conference game. It'd be in a neutral site. It won't be at Wintrust, but at least
is this part of the story you want to be telling kids when you're recruiting them? Like, hey, we're gonna play some tough non-conference games.
Yes.
And so who else are you looking at?
For sure. We have an ACC opponent that I think the contract's got to get signed, but they were in the NCAA tournament. They're a top 40 program. We've a home and home. In other words, they're playing at Wintrust next year, and we'll go to their place the following year. We want to be able to play in the non-conference a couple top 20 caliber, top 15 caliber programs. We really do. It's hard because we have to get ourselves to a certain level to where teams will want to do that. If you're not at a certain level, they're not going to want to play you, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And then you get to a point where they want to play you because you'll bite them. You'll get them.
Yeah. Like, the advantage for them right now, like, we need to get good enough. I think we've gotten good enough to where, like, okay, yeah, we'll play a DePaul in a neutral site setting. It's what we've got to get to. And our third year will be the hardest schedule we've played, which is by intent. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? You know who plays a lot of top programs and you never think about? Chicago State.
Yes.
They play a lot of, like, they play Big Ten teams.
They do.
They're like Chicago State.
Do you know why?
No. The money.
The money.
Yeah.
Like, that's those programs. We played Chicago State this year.
Okay.
Those programs subsidize their programs by, same thing in football.
Right.
Like, you see teams make $1 million on one game when you go play at Notre Dame. You know, if you're Northern Illinois. So.
But they know they're going to get shellacked, but the money.
The money.
Yeah.
The money.
I would like to, I mean, I know DePaul and everything is north side, but I would like to see Chicago State, rise. I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
I would like to see Chicago be a state.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
The
A
51st state.
Yeah.
We have our own.
Yeah.
Just break off from the world. Maybe a nation.
Yeah.
The United States of
You guys
Chicago.
Maybe a whole
Paula.
country.
Why don't
You
we?
guys
Wasn't Craig Hodges the head coach of Chicago State at some point?
He was.
I think he was.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you about to say?
I said you guys talk politics here, but I probably shouldn't. I shouldn't.
No, let it fly.
No. I'm not
We
talking
can
politics.
edit this. We'll dump it.
No, I'm not.
How did Coach lose his job at DePaul? Well, when he,
no, Chicago. Yeah, those smaller schools, they got a tough road, so they play. But I'm with you. I think Chicago State hired a good coach. They just hired him last year. I think we may play him again this year. But yeah, they make a lot of money off of those games.
yeah.
Whose coaching tree would you say you're most associated with? Because I was trying to figure that out,
a
and
good
I
question.
really can't
That's a really
put
good
you
question.
on a tree.
Yeah, it's a really good question. So I really don't. So I worked for the guy I played for at Taylor University, and the guy I worked for was phenomenal. He's since passed away of Alzheimer's, but he was phenomenal, Hall of Fame coach. I always he's always been my guy. But when I went to Butler, I got kind of associated with Brad Stevens and what he had done.
That cat's phenomenal.
He's really
Yes.
good.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
really good. Yeah, he's great at everything he does.
Yeah.
Great at everything he does. So, I don't know if there's really one. I didn't play. A lot of coaches nowadays, like, they play at Tennessee and then work for that guy and then get their own job, and you can see they're in that tree. So,
That's
I don't
cool.
know.
I mean, you really have
Yeah.
made this on your own, and
Yeah.
not that that's what it takes, but
Yeah.
the networking is always a big part of it.
It is.
And just to see what you're doing, man, love it. And you don't look stressed out. You look phenomenal.
Thanks,
How about that's the thing too? These coaches, you're talking about Ben Johnson. These guys are in shape.
Yeah.
They showed the NFL coaches yesterday. They're at the Phoenix meeting.
Yeah.
all of them together. I mean, do you remember what coaches?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Used to look like?
Overweight, smoking,
Coming out.
drinking, dying early.
Bill Fitch,
Yeah. Oh, man.
Doug Moe,
Right,
like these
right,
guys
right.
on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best part about Tiege Hanley is the results. 95% of users report visible improvements to their skin, and about 80% say they start getting compliments. The routine only takes about 2 minutes a day. Wash, exfoliate, moisturize, and is backed by the Handsome Guarantee. Try Tiege Hanley today and enhance your handsome. Head to Tiege.com/Pat for 40% off and a free gift. That's Tiege.com/Pat. Tiege Hanley. It's the way we face the day.
But like you said, though, I mean, the job is every day of the year now, and there's so much money involved. How much now? Because NIL, what is the upside and the downside to NIL?
The downside is there's no regulations right now. So I could call.
This
a
is
kid-
making my mom very upset, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
Just you can't wrap her head around it.
Like, here's the downside. When the portal opens on the 7th, I could call a kid who goes in the transfer portal, and he's going to say, call my agent, coach. I'll say, okay, I'll call your agent. That agent's going to get on the phone with me. He's going to say, okay, Johnny has 4 offers right now between any number. He could say between 500 to 700, or he could say between 1 to 1.5. And here's the deal. And I'll say, okay, what schools are they? And say, well, I can't say, coach. I can't say. Well, how am I supposed to know that's a real legitimate offer?
Right.
Oh,
You know,
because if he says Chicago State, you know he's lying.
well, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Well, I heard they're trying to get this, like, resolve this, that they should have to divulge, like,
Yes.
what these offers are.
Which is only
Are
fair.
they real?
Yes. There has to be more transparency. You probably have to do like some type of salary cap at some point, or league salary cap.
I saw John Calipari bitching about it, and if you see John Calipari acting like stuff is shady,
Yeah.
then it's
shady.
it is.
Yeah.
He's got
He's like, I
Because
can't
he's been in the shade
understand.
for years.
This is way too. I mean, everyone could be shady.
Yeah. When it's too dark for John, you know.
He's got unbelievable ideas. He really does. Like he's a guy who, like, when you hear him talk, like, he really does have unbelievable ideas about how to make this situation better.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody. So that's the downside. The upside is you got more good players staying in college.
For longer. 'Cause-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was at Ohio State, we had guys that if they could sniff the second round, they would leave. Why? And it was like, coach, well, listen, I make no money here. A G League two-way contract's $500,000. I'll at least take that.
and
right.
keep developing.
And a lot of them are coming from families that need money.
They need money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need money. So every year I would lose like good players. Those players aren't leaving college now.
Right.
Those players are making $2 million a year, $1.5 million a year. They're staying in college. So now you have more good players. The product, the play is at a higher level. And you have fans who, if they stay at the same school, are like, oh, yeah, man, I've watched the David Booths of the world for 4 years. I've watched those guys for more years. That's the upside of NIL. And I'm all for it. The NCAA, they kicked this can down the road for too long, to be honest with you. And the league conference, or the conferences, they kicked it down the road too long. Kids should have been making name, image, and likeness money way before.
Absolutely,
way
man,
before.
Because the coaches and the administration were making a fortune, and these kids were working basically for free. Or if somebody found out that somebody bought them a hamburger, they're getting suspended. That was
ridiculous.
Oh, yeah,
it was
way,
ridiculous.
yeah.
Hand over fist. I was
Yeah.
making money. Administrations were making money. We were pouring it in facilities. It should have went to the players well before it did.
Yeah.
Oh, remember like the O'Bannon brother, like going.
Yeah, he's the one that started
twins?
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because they were on
O'Bannon.
the NCAA video game stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it seems to be. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bud.
No, I'm saying it seems to be in a good place right now. Obviously, you're working out, but just the game itself. It's people bitch about the NBA, or they complain like, "Oh, I don't watch the NBA as much. It's all threes and kickouts and drive and kick, same deal." The college game, like the level of play, and dude, this tournament has been a blast.
man.
Now, we talked a little bit about this before we started. This gap widening between the mid-major to like the major program seems to be widening a little bit.
Right.
But just the level of play is impressive. These kids can really hoop.
Really impressive. You're still going to see upsets in the tournament. You're still going to see mid-majors beat higher seeds in the tournament. I do not think that's going to change. You may not see quite as many.
Yeah.
You may not see quite as many because of but it's a 40-minute game. They're college kids. They're young kids. Like, you feel the pressure of a game like that in those settings right now, and you're the underdog and you're feeling it. You're the heavy favorite. There's still going to be upsets. I guarantee it in the coming years. But as you could say, is there a widening gap but because of the money? Potentially. You also saw a team like Miami of Ohio, a mid-major, that won 31 straight games this year. So there are still going to be those stories as well.
How much has legal sports betting affected college basketball or in sports in general?
Oh, like it's real. I mean, I'll never forget, when it first started happening, our players would get, it was Butler, Willie Moore, Ohio State, because that's really when it came, huge wave, would get crushed if they didn't play well. And it affected, the outcome. Like the social media, vitriol around gambling is a real thing for players.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. Players and coaches. I mean, it's the vitriol around you didn't get the spread or whatever. Like, it's a real thing. It's an added dynamic for players that they didn't.
This had to shock them a bit. Like, this is new.
Yes. Like, why is this? You got to explain to them, why is this guy coming at me, coach, for like they have no affiliation to such and such wherever I coached. Well, let me explain to you why. He had a lot of money on the game, and he's pissed off, and he's got to let it out. And he sees that you're on social media, and that's where he's going to go to. Man. So, yeah, it's an ad. It's just a. NIL's been great. We can argue about gambling, but there's a lot of things just make being a college athlete. Yeah, it's more complicated than what it was.
Yeah.
Matt Painter had a great comment the other day. It's really true. When he played bad at Purdue, he had to wait until the next day to read the paper and say anything critical about him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, our guys, they got to go to the locker room, and if they look at their phone, the only place we don't allow phones is team meals. You cannot have a phone team meal. But, after the game, our guys, if they turn on social media, which we encourage them not to, they're going to get a wide spectrum of things.
Are they allowed to look at their phone at halftime?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I had a conversation with a guy who coaches in the NBA, And he said that was a huge shift. Like, we'll go into the locker room at halftime, and guys are on their phone.
They are.
And they're looking at, like, and you're trying to get them to listen to you.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're making more money than you, and they're
That's
doing
a real
whatever they
thing
want.
in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real thing in the NBA. From what I've heard too, is guys will immediately go to their phones. You know, we have, we don't allow phones in the locker room at that point.
Man,
so.
you are so strict. No, that's great.
It's for their own
Listen,
health.
you are a busy man. We've had you here for quite a while. I want to wrap things up. You mentioned you're loving Chicago. Could you just tell us a date night, somewhere you like to take your wife, you're going out? Otherwise, we're going to give you some Chicago Rex.
Well, I'd love the Chicago Rex. Armitage Ale House.
No,
I love
nice
that
spot. Yeah,
Love
you're
that
local,
spot.
right?
Yeah, it's a local spot. So that's kind of been a good place for my wife and I to go enjoy a date night. It's close.
You ever go to Chicago Bagel Authority?
I have.
That's a good spot,
too.
right?
Yeah,
Well,
that's a great spot.
Not for a date night, but for like, it just popped in my head. I'm like, what else is around
My
there?
wife has a little bit higher expectations than that.
Tonight, honey, bagels.
Yeah, that's right.
Summer House
That's
is
right.
good.
Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she'd be good with that. I don't know. Over the years, maybe.
You ever go to that Summer House?
Yeah, we go there. That's great.
Yeah, that's right in the hood.
That's a great spot. We go there. We go there as a family. Those are good Recs. Any other good Recs?
Yeah.
you got?
I'll give you some more off air.
Okay.
MacArthur's on Madison, soul food.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
We're a big fan of the lettuce spots. Let us entertain you. We had the Melman
yeah.
Brothers on early. What else is good? Well, Chicago Cut is always
great.
a good spot.
Yeah, that's great.
And Joe Flam, he's been on here. He's got some great restaurants here in West Loop. He's got like 3 spots. Il Carciofo, that's one of them.
Okay.
Oh, and the one I love, Rosemary, is his original spot. That's a good place.
Dang, Pat, you naming a whole lot of
All
spots
right.
I never heard of.
Anyway, Coach, what a thrill to have you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dwayne.
I think you mentioned it earlier, but give us the Final Four. Give us the predictions going through.
Well, that's a good question. I think Michigan will edge Arizona, but that's going to be an unbelievable game.
What's the spread on that one? Do we know?
1.5.
Is it?
Michigan.
You're on this, huh?
What else, Coach? Hold on.
It's a good call.
All right.
Let me jot this down.
Michigan.
I think it's going to be that could go, but it's going to be a really close one. I could see. I think the winner of that game will win it all. I don't want to piss off Illinois fans, but I got to go with the Big East team, UConn over Illinois. But that's going to be a heck of a game too. But I think
the CEO Tiege Hanley, our sponsor here, is a UConn grad. He'll be and Paula is a UConn grad. They'll be very happy to hear you win Huskies.
I think the winner of the Arizona Michigan game will win it all. Anything can happen, but I think they'll win it all.
Well, I love that you're going to be there. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time, man.
Yeah,
we are going to
thank
be
you so
watching,
much.
supporting. We'll be at a game, and we'll
Love
bring
it.
you out to a show as well.
I'd love it. Yeah, I'd love
Yeah.
it. Thanks for the support. Thanks for having me on. It's been great.
Yeah, guys, give Coach Holtmann a follow. He's on Instagram, as you know. You can message him there, invite him on your podcast. And make sure you check out a DePaul game this year. They are on the
Absolutely.
rise.
Absolutely.
The Blue Demons.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, guys.
go.
Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to download and subscribe and leave us a review. We always love that. We'll be back next week. Who do we got coming up? We got Bill Rancic is going to be here soon. Whole lot of great guests. Maggie Hughes DePaulo's coming back. So we have more shows ahead. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great week. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it, man.
All right, appreciate you.
Nice to meet you, Dwayne.
The Pat McGann Show is brought to you by the Pat McGann Show team. Producer Paula Thornton. Showrunner Tom Bambara. Audio engineer Tommy Grant. Video production Eddie Perez. Video and audio editor Madeline Curless. Organic content manager George Moster. Recorded at Tiege Hanley Studios in Chicago, Illinois.